Hey guys, today we are reviewing what we've learned this year. So what we're going to do today is we're going to work on recognizing the digit in one place represents 10 times as much as it represents to the place to its right, and 1/10, which means division, when it's to the left. So we're going to do powers of 10. And I want you to think about this as a class together. If you're not in my class, and you missed the lesson, this is what we will do together. We will do problems only 5 to 12. So I'm going to work about 2 problems with you, one of each, so you can remember how to do them. So we're going to do 5 to 12 together. In this case, we are dividing. So I have 4,790,000 as a number. So when I have that as a number, I have to divide. Now I'm dividing it by 10 to the power of 3. So first I need to figure out what 10 to the power of 3 means. 10 to the power of 3 means that 10 is multiplied 10 times 10 times 10. There is 3 tenths. So 10 times 10 times 10. This is the meaning of 10 to the power of 3. So when I do that, I just have 10 times 10 times 10. What I can do is, I know that the 1 is going to stay the same, and all I have to do here is count how many zeros are in my multiplication, okay? So I do 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. So that means that 10 to the power of 3 is 1,000, okay? So if I'm dividing it by 1,000, again, I'm going to let the number of zeros realize how many times it needs to move. Because this 4,790,000 is moving to the left when I divide. It always moves to the left when I divide. Remember, my decimal place is here. If I put a decimal, the decimal place will be here because there's no, it's whole numbers, right? So I know that when the whole number ends, there's decimals. So by moving the digit 3 times, which is the number of zeros I have in my power, also, you can see the power here. It was a power of 3, so it actually tells you right there how many places you need to move it. Then I will move this the last zero in the number 3 times to the left. So all the numbers will shift 3 times to the left. So if I move this one 3 times, then I would do 1, 2, 3 times. So there's that 0. This 0 will move 3 times. 1, 2, 3. There's your 0. That's 0, 1, 2, 3. So those 3 zeros have already moved behind the decimal. And now I just need to move the other numbers at the front of the decimal. Okay, we're just shifting them. So I'm going to move the 0 here, the 9, the 7, and the 4. So by dividing it by 10, the 4 million turned into 4,000. Now, if instead of dividing, I was multiplying, I would move the numbers to the right instead of to the left. So we move our numbers from here to here. Now we're going to move them from here to here, okay? So if you look at problem 10, problem 10, you will notice that it says 8 and 266 thousandths, so the 266 are decimals, times 10 to the first power. So there's only a 1 to the 10th. So that just means that it actually stays the same. The 10 is a 10. Okay, so if I was to multiply it, I only have 110, so I can't multiply by anything, okay? It's just itself in value. So if I'm multiplying it one time, it just needs to move 1 place to the right. So notice how the decimal is here, okay? And this 8, which is in the ones place, is going to move 1 spot to the right, leaving that 1 spot of the 8 empty because the next number needs to move over. So the 8 turns into 82. And then I copy the next numbers behind the decimal. It multiplied by 10. So as a rule of thumbs, whenever I multiply, I move to the right, okay? Whenever I divide, I move the numbers to the left. That is something that you need to remember. Now, remember, if the power of 10 tells you a 4, then you move 4 spaces. If you're multiplying, you move 4 spaces forward. If you're dividing, you move 4 spaces backward. If the power was the power of 3, then you would move forward 3 times, 3 places, or you would move backward 3 spaces. If the power was a power of 6, then you would move 6 spaces forward if you're multiplying, but if you're dividing, you would move 6 places backward. So that is our mini lesson for today. Then, after that, you will do your sprint. So your sprint actually kind of reviews everything that you've done so far in this year. So it's a Google form. You'll click on the form. Once you click on the form, you have different problems, different kinds of problems. You will just enter your answers. You will multiply, divide, subtract, try to simplify 8/10, simplify 8/2/8, then some simple facts of multiplication. Then you'll list the multiples of 2, what the factors are for 2, for 36. So you go through the Google form, and once you finish that, you will submit your Google form, which is just review of anything that we've talked about this year. Once you finish that, you actually have an exit ticket. However, be careful. You are not submitting that exit ticket until Friday, actually. All those exit tickets that you will do throughout this week are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Well, actually, we didn't do that yesterday. Just Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So you'll do your exit ticket by going into Mastery Connect. So you go to student.masteryconnect.com and you will enter the code for your actual teacher and your school. Once you enter it, you will be directed to Mastery Connect. Notice that in the exit ticket instructions, it says only 1 through 7. Okay, so you won't do more than 1 through 7. You will only go to the test and you'll go to the test. Obviously, for me, it looks different. I'm just viewing the assessment. And you will do questions 1 through 7 because this is actual review. What I want you to do is, if you can, complete the work with somebody you know or your mentor. That is totally fine, but you will only do today 1 through 7. Okay, again, please do not submit, just save and exit, and you will be just fine. So that's the work for today. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day.